Absolutely nothing doing there. Might have gotten 1 or 2 out of it. Let's see where they're going to mark the football.
Big number 77, Chris Rutherford, in there to make the tackle. 275.
Whoa, John J. Baker, the ball carrier. Let's see how John J. stacks up. 5'6", 160.
He gave up 115 pounds there.
No problem. Second down and 10. No gain, they say. 7:45. Clock running here in the second quarter. Price again. Quicker count this time. Nothing doing. They faked the pitch back, tried it straight ahead, and might have gotten a yard or 2 out of it. Craig Mann, 47, the ball carrier that time.
But Dyersburg needs to get a couple of first downs. If nothing else, just some self-protection. JCM has been explosive tonight when they've had that ball.
1 yard carry, 3rd down and 9 from the 25-yard line now. Wide receiver to the left side of the offensive set. Price with that long count again. Straight drop, got problems.
44.
He is down. The ball's on the ground and picked up, but I think he's going to be down. Whistle is going to go, and they're not going to give him that.
Kerry Cobb, number 44, in there after him, just untouched.
All over him.
Hanging
on him like a cheap suit, as he used to say.
Watch him coming in from his, on the replay. He'll come in from the left tackle position. This is him, number 44.
Right there. I think he came out of the linebacker slot.
A linebacker.
Picked up and run toward the end zone by the JCM Cougars. It was blown dead. Marcus Wallace picked that one up and had some defensive dreams of scoring that touchdown. But
Bob Hamilton.
6:15, and the Trojans will have to boot it away once again from back at about the goal line. This is going to be a low wobbler. It's going to hit and bounce laterally. Now takes a Trojan roll and again dies at midfield. And the Cougars will be working with 50 yards to go and about 6 minutes to do so before halftime. And they haven't needed quite that much time.
It was easy last time.
That's right.
I believe that ball hit the Dyersburg player's foot there about the 45. Should have been the spot of first touching.
Going to mark it just inside their own territory at the midfield stripe. Call it the 50-yard line for all practical purposes. 1st and 10 for the JCM Cougars. Wide receiver comes to the near side of the field. Bryant pitches it back, coming to the near side, needs a block on the corner, and hit and tripped up short of the 45-yard line. Ball carrier Alvin House, number 34.
It was a good defensive play by Lou McCoggin for Dyersburg to fight off that tackle and get a helmet on the ball carrier.
Give him 4 yards. 2nd down and 6 from the 46-yard line. Timeout by the officials this time. Let's see what they have in mind.
A little equipment repair. They give number 40 time to get his helmet on.
One of the Dyersburg players looks like he's got a little helmet problem there. Cougars ahead of this one 14-0 on the strength primarily of the ground game so far, Mike. They've thrown the ball a couple of times, but 6-yard run early by Alvin House put them up 6-0 PAT, 7-0. Henning went 18 plus or minus yards, and that put them where they are now at 14-0.
Yeah, the running's done well, but Jimmy, they've got almost 40 yards in the air. Whatever they have wanted to do has seemed to work. It's a nice problem to have.
Wide receivers both split to the wide side of the field, span the wide receiver. Bryant drops, got time, shoots across the middle, complete. And inside the 25-yard line goes Keith Spann, number 20, coming across from that wide receiver spot on the right side.
Yeah, should have been some Dyersburg folks in there on him. He just slanted in and across the middle. Quite a few Dyersburg folks standing around with their hands in their pockets on this play. Let's see if we get
Here's
it
a look.
Coming in. Look, there's plenty of Dyersburg folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Dyersburg men, and nobody covering him.
All laying off about 5 yards or so, and they can't do that and expect to survive this one. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line now. JCM in control. Bryant 14 at quarterback. Again, Spann is split to the top of the formation, wide side right. Cut back up inside his House. Still on his feet inside the 10, down to around the 9-yard line goes Big Alvin, and he's near first down territory and a first and goal situation for the Cougars.
Yeah, I believe he's just inside the 10, I think. So that should be the first down.
Beg your pardon, that is at the 15.
First and goal.
First and goal from the 9-yard line. Had it spotted right, just couldn't find the stick.
Which side of the stick was it? The 9-yard or the 11?
The 9.
The 9.
4:05, clock running. Cougars right there in territory to score again. Same basic offensive set. Bryant rolls to his right, looks back in the middle, shoots, complete, touchdown. JCM. And Anthony Hicks, number 40, right there to take that one. And once again, the Cougars have taken the ball and done as they would.
Watch him. That's the same play they've been running on that first down series, you know, where they just hooked number 40 out. This time he hooks in instead of out.
Bingo.
Bingo. And number 40 again was close on the play for Dyersburg, but not there. Extra point is good.
PAT is booted up. It is good. With the score now, JCM 21, Dyersburg nothing. We'll return after these messages.
Things can get pretty rough when you find yourself pregnant and you are still single, or you've just separated from your husband. Suddenly the whole world seems to close in on you and everything looks hopeless. We at Birthright want to help you. It's free and confidential. We don't judge, we don't ask questions. We just want to help you. If you aren't up to calling us now, you can always find us in the newspaper or in your telephone book. Call us soon. We really care about you.
Well, gentlemen, after not touching the football for about the first 8 minutes of the ball game, the JCM Cougars have made up for lost time. They now are on top of this one, 21-0. There you see it on your screen as they prepare to boot it away to the Dyersburg Trojans once again. 3:51 left here in the first half of play from Rothrock Field in the TR White Sportsplex. And we've got whistles and flags.
I believe this is going to be against Dyersburg.
It stopped all the action, that's
It
for
did.
sure.
I think the Dyersburg man was dropping back a little too quick probably on that.
Tell you what, fellas, this is obviously a mismatch, but I have to think back to before this football season started, and there were a lot of people in West Tennessee that would have told you that this game tonight might have been for the district championship when we reach this point.
Could very well be, and it's an indication of how things can change over a short period of time. For instance, a year or so. As memory serves, I believe Dyersburg beat the Cougars there last year.
25-7, that's right.
Absolutely. Fortunes can change, and that is apparently what has happened with the injuries and sickness on this Dyersburg team.
Oh, what a
Moves
kick.
this one deep, and that one is almost out of the county. And they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line, and Dyersburg will put it in play right there for the 1st and 10 situation. Chipper Price pressed into action as the starting quarterback for the Dyersburg Trojans tonight, as Luan Nelson, their normal quarterback, was unable to practice during the week for various reasons. And you heard the coach say no practice, no play. That's their policy,
practice,
and he's
no
sticking
play.
with it. That's right. No ticket, no shirt.
No
You got
Mickey,
it.
no washing.
3:51 left here in the first half of play as the moon tries to peep out behind the clouds over there. That's a good sign. Long count again. Left side, Price gives it off. They keep it on the ground and out across the 25, out near the 30. We'll call it around the 28-yard line go the Trojans.
Good gainer. Pickup of what, Jimmy? 8 on that? Long 7?
That's what they started out doing early on in this ball game. Their first offensive set that lasted somewhere between 7 and 8 minutes. They were able to pick up some pretty good gainers on the ground, but not able to sustain that throughout this ball game. 8 yards exactly, you're right, sir. 2nd down and 2 from the 28-yard line. Again, they keep it on the ground. This one stopped before it got started good.
No,
in there to
doing.
do the damage is Chris Rutherford, 77 for the JCM Cougars. Former Mayor Bob Conger in West Virginia coming up the steps here in front of us. Several of the, shall we say, I don't want to say old diehard JCM fans, but several of the old diehard JCM fans are here. A lot of them go back to watching football over here back in the days when it was black and gold and the Golden Bears of Jackson High School played.
I don't know, but about you, I get a 7th period coming up the steps. So
I think you did, yeah. Straight ahead, on the ground go the Dyersburg Trojans, and I don't believe they got much out of that one, if any. Let's see.
Be enough for the first down,
I believe it will be. Give them a first down as they cross the 30-yard line, make it out to about the 32-yard line. You're right, several of the teachers from Jackson High School and JCM in attendance at the ball game tonight, and just from recollections of the past, you got a 7th period
just for showing up tonight.
That's right.
I told her I'd turn the homework in, though.
Write-offs. I hate write-offs. To the air, tipped away, incomplete at the 42-yard line. Intended receiver out there for Dyersburg is like 20.
I'm not sure there was one, Jimmy. There
was one in the area.
There were 2 JCM players there.
And as fate would have it, I believe it's number 21, if I'm not mistaken, and we have no 21 on our roster. So the phantom Dyersburg player goes incomplete. Second down and 10 from the 32-yard line. Pitch it on the right side, trying to get around the end and cuts back up inside, but nothing doing there.
Terry Cobb, number 44, tripped him up. They're going to give him about 3 yards out of that, maybe 2, short 2.
That was Robert Powell, 23, carrying the mail for Dyersburg. Checking out is Brandon Holloman again, shuttling plays in and out for the Trojans. There you see again a portion of the student section here to cheer on the Cougars tonight. Third down and 8 from the 33-yard line. Here come the Trojans back to the line of scrimmage. Price sets them up. Needs a big play here. Long count, and the Cougars are everywhere except where they're supposed to be, and that long count is still confusing some folks down there. Procedure. Excuse me, offsides, Cougars, not procedure. That would be the other guy.
Would be.
Make it the 38-yard line, 3rd and 3. A rather subdued crowd, shall we say, tonight. Not a lot of noise down here.
Not a lot to be excited about.
That's true. Cheerleaders are doing their best to keep things going, but you can only do what you can do. On the reverse to the left side, this is not going to get them much except injured, I'm afraid. Back down around the 32.
Good play, 42.
Take a quick break, and we'll return to the action at Rothrock with a minute left in the first half.
New Wave Electronics, the pros to know in audio and video, is known by the companies we keep.
Adcom, Alpine, Audiovox, Bazooka, Acoustic, CWD, Kenwood, Klipsch, Laserdisc, Luxman, Monster Cable, Optonica by Sharp, Pioneer, Polk, Pyle, and Yamaha.
That's not bad company. New Wave Electronics, Carriage House Drive, Jackson.
45 seconds left in this ball game. 21-0. JCM on top of it. There's a timeout on the field down there. We're about halfway into it at this point. Let's recap the scoring briefly, Mike. JCM with a 6-yard run in the first quarter by House. 6-0. PAT 7. Henning 18 yards on the ground, made it 14-0 with the PAT. Anthony Hicks on a 9-yard reception, and that made it 21-0 as it stands right now with the PAT.
It's got to be difficult for the JCM coaching staff to call a play because whatever you call seems to work. You know, the passing is working, you know, the running plays are working.
But it may give them an opportunity to try a few things tonight that they haven't tried before, and maybe get some young kids some playing experience.
Of course, the thing is, we saw this Dyersburg team up in Northside a couple of weeks ago, and they certainly didn't look this flat.
No, but again, there are a lot of personnel changes since that week, and a lot of injuries and sickness that have hampered this team considerably. High snap, brought down, got a little pressure, but gets it away. Down the left side, hits out of bounds. It's going to be where, around the 40?
Around midfield, I think, probably. Let's see what they don't.
Still marking him back. There we go, 46-yard line.